Why do we need to talk about the doctors in the Epstein Files? Two of the most famous doctors in the world, Peter Attia and Deepak Chopra, had friendships with Epstein lasting many years and have since issued apologies where they said that they were so embarrassed and they didn't have any idea, but they didn't do anything illegal. So why shouldn't we all just move on? There's the inherent inappropriateness of making jokes about female genitalia with somebody who 8 years before this had been convicted of child prostitution, was a known sex offender. Both of them said they didn't realize he was up to anything illegal, even though there were comments about shipments of women, and both specifically ask about legal ramifications to some of the investigations into him. If a 13-year-old accuses your buddy of sexually assaulting her, it's not a normal response to say, oh, she dropped the case? Good. The apologies from these two have been, I didn't do anything illegal, so, don't look at me, which is technically true. Doctors are held to the highest legal and ethical standards. We are mandated reporters for child and sexual abuse. If you have even the hint of something happening that is illegal, you are supposed to report it to the proper channels. And what's the most disturbing for me, for so many other doctors, parents, etc., is the degree to which there is such egregious violation of children, of women, and there is no justice. I have not heard of any prosecutions, legal investigations, any sort of fallout for the people involved in these files, which gives a sense of the degree of privilege and protection of the perpetrators rather than trying to seek justice for the victims. Peter Attia didn't finish residency, is not a board-certified doctor, and charges over $100,000 per patient. In this worldview, if you have enough money and privilege and power, you can supersede the rules that apply to everybody else. And when the perpetrators have a certain socioeconomic status, they get leniency. People are like, oh, but think of their promising future. Attia and Chopra probably will never face any sort of ramifications. I think his wealthy clients will keep on going to him. I think that his publisher and the Barnes and Nobles that push Outlive and continue to promote it probably won't do anything because it's such a mega seller, it makes them a lot of money. Of note, they have the same publisher, and their books are still up on their Instagram account. Nearly half of women experience sexual assault in their lifetime, and in many situations, they either don't report it because they're scared, or they report it and they're not believed, and the perpetrator is not brought to justice. So for the countless survivors, not just of Epstein, but just all the people who have never received justice, it is our obligation to center them in these situations and to be their advocates, especially those of us who are healthcare professionals.